So I was cleaning up my Google Drive because that's what I use for all my files recently and trying to organize things a little bit. And I stumbled across all of my papers from my entire college experience, which, if you saw my last video, actually just ended last year. So I did undergrad, a master's degree at USF, and a PhD at USF. And I found all my old papers, and I have probably written maybe somewhere around like 50 papers in my educational career, uh, including a master's thesis, which was like 40 or 50 pages long, and a PhD dissertation, which was like 200 pages long. And I went back and I was reading those, even the ones for this class here that I took a long time ago. And the ones from undergrad, they were not great. They weren't bad, but they were definitely not where I am now. And the point of that is that research and writing and even just sort of thinking about politics in general is a skill, right? It's not something that comes naturally to most of us. Maybe one in a million that person is naturally a fantastic writer that has just never written before. Savant, maybe. But this sort of leads me to a bigger discussion. So imagine for a moment I wanted you to juggle three sharp knives right now. Could you do it without hurting yourself? Pretty cool if you could, right? But you probably can't, right? It would be a nice party trick, but you can't right now. Why not? Because juggling is a skill unto itself, right? And then juggling three knives without hurting yourself is a skill even higher than that. So to do all of that, you would have to get from where you are now, not being able to juggle at all. That's me. I can't even juggle at all. To being able to juggle, to being able to juggle knives safely. That takes practice, right? That takes you doing it over and over and over again and learning the building blocks of like how do you juggle in the proper order and things like that. So now imagine I invented a machine that can juggle, and that machine can juggle five knives safely without hurting itself. Yes, it does the thing, right? It can juggle and it can juggle five knives, right? That's great. But did you actually learn anything yourself? Did you acquire that skill? Did you gain any knowledge from that? Not really, right? You probably see where I'm going with this. So now I want you to think about you as a student here at HCC. Like, why are you here, right? Seriously, ask yourself, like, why are you here as a student? What is your purpose? What is your goal, right? And I want you to sort of maybe even pause and just sort of reflect on that for a second, because that's kind of a question that some of us forget to ask ourselves, like, what's our purpose here at this college? So this all leads to a discussion on artificial intelligence, language-based models, ChatGPT, things like that. These have a potential to be an amazing tool, and I look forward to the things that this can do for us as a human race in the future. And because, as with the case with most inventions or technological achievements, they're meant to either sort of replace something that we were doing, an action, a task, and replace it completely so we don't have to do it anymore, or make what we do make our life easier in some way, shape, or form, right? A microwave or something like that. And for this particular technology, AI, particularly talking about the language-based sort of chatbots, if you will, like ChatGPT, one of those two things is better. Can you guess which one I want to say? Yeah. So the idea here is that, like a calculator or search engine or spell check, like AI does and should have a place in academics, in your college career, in my career as a faculty member. And it should be a tool that helps you, though, practice and acquire the skills that you need to go from where you are when you first enter college, and where I was when I first entered college, to when you got out, and the skills and the things that you acquired, because that's the reason you're here. If you didn't answer that question earlier, that's kind of the reason why you're here, right? Is to gain the skills and the knowledge required to do the things that you want to do when you get out of here further on in life. And so for your time in this course with me, and again, every professor is going to do things a little bit differently, and you should follow their rules for their particular course. But for my course here, I would like you to treat any AI tool like Wikipedia, basically. As a student, ask yourself, should you be copying and pasting text from Wikipedia into your assignments? Probably not, right? That is not good policy. You should not do that. That's not good. But does Wikipedia have a place for you as a student? Obviously, right? Like if I don't, I still use it. If I don't know anything about a topic, like I don't know anything about great white sharks, right? Like just go to the Wikipedia page on great white sharks and all there, nice compact form. Chat GPT and language AIs are perfect for that, right? Like I don't know anything about atoms and molecules and just like, can you tell me, give me a summary about something or other? Because I don't know anything about it. That's a great way to sort of like get the juices flowing and start thinking about a topic, maybe come up with some questions that need to be answered for yourself. So it is a great place to start. So basically, in summary, my policy for this course for using AI is that you are not to copy, paste, or tweak and then copy, paste into your assignments or your discussions or your film project or anything like that. If you are caught doing that, you will automatically get a 0 for that assignment. No chance to redo it. Just that's we're not going to play around with that. And you will probably be referred to the dean's office for potential academic disciplinary action. So again, you can use it, but you can use it for the beginning side of things, for sort of like the I don't know anything about this issue, this topic, I need some assistance. But when it gets to the actual writing and sort of research side of things, like that's where it needs to be you. So if you have any questions about this, if you have any concerns about this, if you're not sure what you should be doing at any time, don't ever hesitate to email me or contact me, and I will help you along with the process. Better to ask me ahead of time than to do something wrong and then you can't get out of it. So, but if you have any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, good luck, and I will talk to you all later.